Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. My name is Antoine Pinto, and I will be your host for the night. We are live here from the Bazaar Theater in Bangkok, Thailand, for the Southeast Asia Fighting Championship. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me hear that. Are you ready? They told me this is one of the best crowd in MMA, and this is my very first time hosting an MMA event, so please, you can do better than that. Are you ready? That's a little bit better. All right, so we'll start the action with the very first bout of the evening. So please bring out the fighters from the blue corner.
Let's get up and let's get ill, fight fans. We are live and in full effect here in the City of Angels, Bangkok, Thailand. Live from the Bazaar, off the MRT Lot Brow, right at the Rajanath BSEC. My name is John Nutt. With me doing the commentary is Sam Cassidy, live and in full effect from Phuket, Thailand.
What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? Mr. Nutt, pleasure to share the booth with you as always. Full stack card tonight, 8 fights, full night of MMA rules. First fight of the night coming out now. Our fighter from Thailand, Palang, 2 and 3 fighter, fighting out of Elite Fight Club here in the lovely Bangkok, taking on the young man from Sudan, Aziz, from the Mecca of Phuket, Bang Tao.
Aziz versus Palang, and again, wonderful action on a stacked and packed card. Big shout out to all of the sponsors. I did try that stack burger. Obviously, you should try it. Molino. And of course, make sure you check out Combat Matrix and The Fight Companion. If you're checking us out live in the future, download, like, and subscribe, all things Combat Matrix.
And also a special thanks to our fight gear supporter for the night, Mongkol Fight Gear, having all of our fighters safely prepped, shin guards, gloves, all provided by the one and only Mongkol Fight Gear. Mr. Nutt, 8 fights on the card tonight, some spectacular fights to look out for. First, starting off with the amateur ranks with our 3x3 minute round fights, then moving into the pro ranks for the 3x5 minute rounds.
Yeah, man, it's a full unified card. Southeast Asia Fighting Championship coming back after a hiatus, and everybody in Bangkok is looking forward to having MMA in a cage back here in the City of Angels.
As we go into the fight night tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have people represent. So nations all throughout the world will be represented tonight. We have this young man Aziz fighting out of Sudan, out of the African islands there. We have Ibai fighting out of my home country, Aotearoa, New Zealand, USA, Ireland, Iran, and again, the home of the board itself, Thailand.
Global citizens, that's what we are. That's what we're all about here in the melting pot that is the capital of the land of smiles, Grungte Mahanakorn Nakapom. I can't say the whole thing.
Yeah,
you know that it's like 9 paragraphs long.
I mean, longer than the fight show.
We are in the Mecca of Muay Thai, but we are going full effect in the unified rules. Amateurs start off, as Sam said, with the 4 fights of the night, but then we are on to the big boys in the full pro rules. Amateur rule set, no elbows. No straight knee bars, no heel hooks, no knees to the head of a grounded opponent.
Correct. So as we go into the mixed martial arts rules, ladies and gentlemen.
introducing first in the blue corner, fighting out of Elite Fight Club Thailand. He has a record of 2 wins, 3 losses out of Thailand. Please welcome his opponent in the red corner, fighting out of Bangkok, Muay Thai and MMA, making his fighting debut tonight from Sudan. Please welcome Aziz.
And we're about to kick off, ladies and gentlemen, for fight 1 of the evening. Palang versus the young Aziz. 3 by 3 minute rounds. The referee in charge of the action, Mr. Jack Ferguson.
Classic battle between Bangkok and the old dirty South Phuket, as we got Bung Tao in the red corner and Elite over there on the 30s of Sukhumvit in the blue corner. Thai versus Sudan. Referee is checking with the judges at ringside, and we will get up and ill with 3 3-minute rounds of MMA action here. SEAFC, Southeast Asian Fighting Championship. Mongkol, Combat Matrix, Molino, and Stacksburger bringing you the heat here in the Bazaar Lot Prao MRT stop, Bangkok, Thailand. You should go there.
Nice, beautiful right teep there coming from Aziz. Very, very long, and you can see very patient fighter as well. What a corner this young man has in there. He's got UFC lightweight and striking megastar Brad Craig Riddell. He's got Frank Hickman in there, coach of Alex Volkanovski, and Alex Shield, one of the biggest prodigies in Phuket, BJJ. So obviously very stacked corner for the young man, so we expect to see a very well-rounded young fighter here.
Yeah, the camps are supporting the event here, and again, it's great to have the camps from Phuket, Chiang Mai, and the surrounding areas all joining in the fun of this, again, global citizen, internationally packed card. What a good time.
Aziz did state before the fight started that he feels like his kicking game will be the difference in this fight, and so far I have to agree with him. He's got that nice right teep going through the middle. I feel like he's slowly setting up for that right high kick. Wouldn't be surprised if we see this right hand followed by the right head kick. Bit of the Leon Edwards, Kamaru Usman style setup.
There you go.
There you go. Oh,
and again, that crack,
ladies and gentlemen.
He will step away. Absolutely steps away. Just walks it off.
Just as I said, ladies and gentlemen, I could see that coming from a mile away. That the way that was set up, I was watching that as a coach myself on how he was trying to navigate through that and trying to get that teep through the middle to bring the hands down. And as I said right there, the right hand went out, the right head kick followed, and it's good night, Irene.
Yeah, you can get away with saying good night, Irene. I wanted to say it. You got the Chevello, you got comment. Sam Cassidy just broke that down very, very well. The lead up, the setup, and the take out, if you will. Fantastic action coming from our man from Sudan.
Like we said, ladies and gentlemen, great experience for these young gentlemen. Amateur rule set. But as we know, Mr. Nutt, there must be a winner.
Yeah, you are a fortune teller, my friend. Let's hand it over to our MC, Mr. Pinto.
And the winner from the red corner,
Sportsmanship shown right there. High kick to finish it off. At what time was it? 1:18 into the first round, and we've got our first winner of the night here at CFC. Again, Southeast Asian Fighting Championship, bringing the heat from Bangkok, Thailand. Sam Cassidy, John Nutt on the English commentary, but we've got Thai commentary too.
Yes, we
do.
So
you need to make sure that you download that Fight Companion and go check out Combat Matrix for everything combat sports here in Southeast Asia.
What a wonderful way to start the night there, ladies and gentlemen. Like it's Aziz and young Palang, both 19.
Southeast Asia Fighting Championship brought to you by Combat Matrix. Make sure you download, like, and subscribe to everything Combat Matrix. Hit the QR code if you're here in the building or in the future, and make sure you get on Combat Companion. It's all happening. Cow Yai, BJJ, Stacks Burgers. The sponsors are here and showing up because this is CFC.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, we're moving into the next fight. Fight number 2 here. Thailand versus Thailand. Awesome to see the Thai boys getting into the MMA spectacle now. Obviously, national sport of Muay Thai. Seeing the evolution coming through the ranks of these young gentlemen here. I believe both men have had some experience in here. Alpo and Time coming out of Valhalla Gym and Combat Studios. We expect to see a good striking range, but let's see what these boys are like with the mixed martial arts rule set. See if we get a bit of grappling involved and see what type of fight we're in store for.
Sam Cassidy again giving it to us. Red, white, and blue versus red, white, and blue. And it's great to see the young Thais out here again transforming into the mixed martial arts warriors that they are. They've already got that art of 8 as the background, but so many of these young guys are finally getting their ground game. I mean, we've got so many of the best gyms around the world. They've got so many of the best trainers to go to, from Pichai, Muay Thai, and MMA, to the guys at Bung Tao, to Elite, to the BFL. We've got it all happening here at SEAFC.
And it's awesome to see the representation spread throughout Thailand. People from Phuket, Khao Yai, Bangkok. We have fighters from Samui. So, again, a big thank you to CFC for having a showcasing event, especially for these young amateur boys, getting to put their hard work on display. One of the only MMA pure shows that are left in Thailand.
That is correct. And we're bringing it back. They're going to start going more regularly here. Low season's in effect, the rainy season, but we don't let the rain keep us away.
Nothing. And our first combatant for the second bout of this evening, Alpo, fighting out of Valhalla Gym. Second time in the MMA octagon for Alpo, but my spidey senses tell me he might have had a few hundred Muay Thai fights.
Well, Alpo, again, coming from that Valhalla Gym, which is actually Kong. Kong was one of the first guys that was on, like, not the road to the UFC show, but remember when we did that Road 2?
Road 2.
Exactly. So Kong comes out of there, but I mean, he's a former Full Metal Dojo fighter. We've had him on many of the cards. Very experienced young guy. And he really has attained a lot of the young up-and-coming Thai guys that are staying strict to the game. They don't want to actually transform into the Muay Thai fighters. They've got the up-and-coming attitude of, hey, I want to be a well-rounded athlete. But we are seeing the young bucks come to the stage.
And maybe
what are these guys, 18 and 26 years young for both of these fighters coming into the cage right now.
It's good, like you said before, having someone that they can look up to that's already been through the process, because MMA is a fairly new concept for a lot of these young boys, obviously Muay Thai being the national sport. So having someone like Pong where they can be guided through the right ways and maybe understand taking the right fights and being in there.
It's time for time. Am I right?
That's it.
Naliga, if you
Time
will.
for time.
Making his way down to the CFC cage here in the good old bazaar, Lat Pral, City of Angels. Time. Hometown Bangkok, so we got 2 Bangkok boys. Orthodox stance, loves his wrestling, doesn't love the takedown, if you will.
Fighting out of the Combat Studios, you see there with Dante Brown, who will be the main event of the evening. Getting out there and helping out his young fighter before he's set to step in the cage himself. MMA debut for time, but it might be just that time.
Hey, there's so many puns that we can come up with because we are plenty.
We don't want to get too dry with it, but we'll see what happens. If the fight's not too good, we'll make sure to keep you guys entertained with our shit jokes.
Yeah, remember, it's time.
As the young Bruce Buffer would say.
Confident me manjai yut nakrap. Manjai. Confidence in Thailand.
Introducing first in the blue corner, fighting out of Valhalla. He has a red and one from Thailand. Please welcome. And he's coming out to the studio from Thailand. Please welcome Talaey.
Referee bringing him in for that final instructions. They probably will touch gloves. Sportsmanship, the cornerstone of combat sports.
Correct, Mr. Knight. And a lovely gentleman from Thailand, obviously respect built into their system. But as soon as the bell goes, as we might have to say for one last time,
it's time. No respect can be shown once the cage door is closed. Both these guys looking focused, breathing out of their nose already. Referee checks with the 3 judges and the timekeeper at ringside before action is called. Again, Valhalla and the Combat Studios, 2 fantastic places that you can train here in Bangkok.
You can see right from the get-go here, Alpo really to stay on that back foot, and I think he's really going to just try and time that overhand as quick as he can, trying to put some pressure on. Nice little outside trip there. Put him up against the cage, straight into side control here. Alpo trying to find a way to get his posture up here to try and start raining down some ground and pound possibly.
Didn't exactly get the level change off of the shot right there, and we are against the cage walls here. Big bulldog headlocks coming from both guys because they are trying to basically in place their game plan, Sam.
Alpo is going to try and get that knee on belly here, I think, and try and start raining that left hand down. They're happy to sit in side control for the minute while we need. There goes the form out now.
Fortune teller, Mr. Cassidy is.
I know absolutely nothing about jiu-jitsu as well. I'm just calling it as I see it, so do not try and take any advice from me.
Yeah, but he's stretching him out again. He's
very, very high. Very, very high on here. Time was almost able to regain his half guard here, but now I think head pinned against the cage. You're starting to see some ground and pound here from Alpo. Good work getting back to his feet here, just shucks him off.
Those strikes weren't really causing the damage that he needed them to cause. Again, had that side of the face targeted right there.
Flattening him out from on top here. More of a move that you would try and use from the back position here, because he's starting to get really high up on the hips. He's trying to pin that arm down now. Maybe he'll try to go for some sort of crucifixing position. But
well, the red corner obviously does need to dig his heels in and really boost those hips towards the sky. You want to get him off of you right now, and you want to get out of this position.
As they teach the young kids, you need a nice big buck. You need to be bucking to him and bucking to him.
At least get that shrimp out.
That's exactly right. He has a lot of room here as well, because Alpo is not really tight with his knees. He's not putting his knees tight to the body of time. But
the hammer fists rain down, and the referee has seen enough. That will be the stoppage. And a little toodle-a-doo, little Anderson Silva shimmy and shake right there.
A little bit of bucking Bronco, but in the opposite direction there. But, well, you can see here from the outset, just a nice little outside trip there, trying to get through that control period. And it was just a matter of time there before time.
Matter of time. And that matter of time was 117. 217. Round number 1, 217. Finishing it off before the first round with the hammer fist. The referee has seen enough. This is AMI action here at CFC. Molino, Statue, Local, and Combat Matrix.
Obviously, ladies and gentlemen, with CFC being the premier event here and the amateur fight night taking place, safety is a priority for these fighters. They're just here to obviously use their skill set, but to gain experience. So we don't need to see any unnecessary damage here. The referee felt like he saw enough from that fight.
Fully agreed. Development is the key. This is the step to the step to the steps.
And it's the first step to the second step, my friend. And now back to Mr. Pinto for fight number 3.
All right. We'll wait a few seconds. Make sure the fighter is ready. Two fights. We knockouts already.
Third fight of the night coming up, and again we got some fan favorites for these young 2 guys coming out here. Jason from the UK going against Toby out of BKK, but remember that Toby, okay, excuse me, we are moving on with Talaey and Ibai. And again, moving the card around, New Zealand versus Thailand coming into this one. But remember, what I was just talking about, Jason and Toby, is coming up. We've got an international card coming up. Don't forget about Dante at the top of the card.
Talaey from the same gym as our young contestant Alpo before Valhalla, looking to make it 2-0 for his gym, but standing in the way of Talaey tonight will be a young Ibai White, again from my home country, from New Zealand, pride of the Maldives. Ibai actually fought on one of my shows at an old show I used to run, and had an unfortunate shoulder dislocation that saw the end to that fight very early, but Ibai, a very highly touted young prospect out of the infamous Bangkok Muay Thai and MMA. Expect to see big things from this young kid tonight.
I want to give a shout out to Kong and the Valhalla team for their merch. What great shirts those are. I mean, are those guys Sam Crow over there?
Well, I was very confused when I walked in earlier tonight because I saw them here all collectively, and I was like, all right.
There's a bikie band.
I thought there was a bikie gang here. I said, all right, well, we're going to, if there's not any good fights in the cage, you might see a good fight in the crowd, but yes, that's their chosen style of merch.
If they make XXL shirts of those, you and I are game for that hot merch.
Well, maybe not yourself, Mr. Knight. You've been getting a lot of compliments on your weight loss journey so far. You're looking fantastic. Always, as usual, sounding fantastic, but a lot of compliments and rightly deserved.
In the red corner.
Blue corner in the CFC cage. Red corner coming out, and again, the Kiwi, correct? Amundo.
That's it. Young Moldy boy, Ibai White, coming in here. Like I said, unfortunately suffered a bit of a gruesome injury on his MMA debut. He was stuck in the wrestling exchange and dislocated his shoulder quite profusely actually. But he's come in here, he's done his rehab, he's ready to go again. Like I said, highly touted young fella. Big Frankie there. Frankie Hickman's got good raps on the kid, says his wrestling's fantastic. And obviously coming from the land of the long white cloud, he's going to be tough as woodpecker lips, so he won't be afraid to fight, that's for sure.
Mr. White's been doing everything, by the way. We've seen him go from barbecue beatdowns to doing a little boxing here and there. I've seen him hit a couple of those. Obviously, he's got the Muay Thai. This is my first time actually seeing him put them all together here in the MMA cage at CFC.
He looks calm, he looks cool, he looks collected. I expect to see a really good showing here from Ibai. I know he's a very profound boxing mover as well. Got great footwork. I think he's going to be just very comfortable.
And the referee on stage for Jack Ferguson. Introducing first, in the blue corner, Allah. He has a record of 10 and 1 from Thailand. Please welcome Talaey. And his opponent in the red corner, fighting out of Bangkok Muay Thai and MMA. He has a record of 0-1 from New Zealand. Please welcome Ibai White.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Fight 3 for the evening. Again, scheduled for 3 by 3-minute rounds. Talaey from Thailand versus Ibai White from New Zealand. Valhalla versus Bangkok.
We'll bring them in. Touch gloves, sportsmanship again. The cornerstone of combat sports. Last minute instructions are given. 3 judges at cage side. Our check, 1 round timer, and we are underway. Let's get up and let's get ill. Fight fans, this is CFC, Bangkok, Thailand.
Southpaw versus Southpaw fight here. So interesting to see how we're going to set up this intake work here from Ibai. I know he's that left kick of his. There we go, on point. I've seen him in a kickboxing fight recently, and he just has an absolute left kick of doom. A bit of a Yodson Kai, Fairtex kind of style to him.
We're talking computers now, aren't you?
We're talking the human boxing computer, and there's that left kick right up to the dome. But Talaey ready to go straight down the line for him and chase through the middle. I'd like to see Ibai try and work out that jab distance a bit better and maybe take that inside low kick to the outside just to try and stop Talaey on the way in. It's switch stance there for Talaey.
Yeah, he's gone back and forth, which I got to say I enjoy the foot movement going. Mr. White, though, has shown the lateral movement in order to get out of his positioning.
He's got to be a bit careful, Ibai, with really jumping on that jab and closing the distance with only the one strike, because Talaey seems to have a good read going on for the entry as well. So interesting to see if either of these gentlemen try to take this to the ground, but I think Ibai very happy on the outside, especially with that left kick he's doing.
Nice combination there, coming with the two, following it up with the kick like a Dutchman.
Beautiful jab through the middle there. Good high kick there. This might be the beginning of the end here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no, Talaey regathered himself very well.
Both guys are taking center stage, so they're staying away from the cage. As Sam was saying, it's staying a stand-up battle right now, which I'm very happy with. I don't need to see these guys go to the ground just yet. Let's see if one of them implements their coach's game plan.
I think for the minute, anyone that is trying to shoot will be more of a desperation than anything, because Ibai is starting to slowly get a bit more of a sniper attack going here. He's picking that left kick so well now. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. What a wonderful display. Again, get me the crystal ball, ladies and gentlemen, because that's 3 from 3 for me.
You're a fortune teller tonight, man. Mystic Mac in the house. Mr. White on the cage wall. And the Bazaar is pumped about that one.
146 into round one. That's our third first round finish for the evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're 3 from 3 for round one finishes. But like I said, from the get-go there, Ibai was always going to establish that left kick. I was fortunate enough to watch him compete in a kickboxing fight just recently, and I took notice of that left kick, and I thought he might have used it for an entry point, but he entered one thing, and it was young Talaey's liver, and that was it.
That is it, Sam. What I enjoyed was their composure. Both men stayed calm as a cucumber, but as you saw, Mr. White, the face was blank.
And the winner by knockout after 147 seconds in the first round. From the
Mr. White, my reservoir dog of the evening, Sam, takes home the W for Bang Tao.
And like we said, only his second appearance in the MMA cage, and just showed kind of experience beyond his years there. Was calm, cool, collected, didn't overcommit to anything too crazy. Obviously had a lot of gas in the tank, knew that he could go all 3 rounds if needed, but just timed that kick perfectly, and that's
that's all she wrote. What a great experience for both young warriors.
Talaey went in there as a 2-1 favorite, with the experience 2-1, Ibai with his second fight ever, but both of them showing, like I said, great composure and really established a good pace from the get-go, but like I said, the sharpshooting of Ibai was just too much in the end there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a short break of 2 to 5 minutes, just because we first obviously finished by not first in the first round. So we have everything backstage getting ready. So we have a short break.
Let's get up and let's get ill, fight fans. SEAFC live from Bangkok, Thailand, Molino, Stacksburger, Mongkol, and of course, Combat Matrix.
And a special thank you to our friends at Khao Yai BJJ as well for sponsoring tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, a quick interval to see us through to Fight 4 of the evening. Fight 4 will be our last amateur fight for the night, our amateur main event, if you will. Young Jason Sado from USA, from Royal Fight Club, fighting the one and only the kid, Toby McNerlin, the Irish prodigy, fighting out of Bang Tao Muay Thai and MMA. Fun fact, so Toby's father is actually the co-promoter of this show. So a big shout out to Mr. Andrew McNerlin and his co-promoter, Mr. Thomas Hayden. Wonderful show so far. Great output of high-level amateur fighting. We head into the main event for the amateur fight coming up next, and following that will be the main card, the pro fights, 4 bouts, all scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds.
Flip it, melt it, squeeze it, stack it, love it. Stacks Burgers. Smash your taste buds. Welcome to Combat Matrix, your ultimate fight companion. See full fight cards in real time. Replay the action, anytime, anywhere. Connect with fighters, link to their stats, socials, and merch portals. Vote for winners to win prizes live at the event. And interact live, in real time, with fans in the building and around the world. Combat Matrix Fight Companion, where Fight Night goes digital. Download now and never miss a moment. Flip it, melt it, squeeze it, stack it, love it. Stacks Burgers. Smash your taste buds. Welcome to Combat Matrix, your ultimate fight companion. See full fight cards in real time. Replay the action, anytime, anywhere. Connect with fighters, link to their stats, socials, and merch portals. Vote for winners to win prizes live at the event. And interact live, in real time, with fans in the building and around the world. Combat Matrix Fight Companion, where Fight Night goes digital. Download now and never miss a moment. Flip it, melt it, squeeze it, stack it, love it. Stacks Burgers. Smash your taste buds. Welcome to Combat Matrix, your ultimate fight companion. See full fight cards in real time. Replay the action, anytime, anywhere. Connect with fighters, link to their stats, socials, and merch portals. Vote for winners to win prizes live at the event. And interact live, in real time, with fans in the building and around the world. Combat Matrix Fight Companion, where Fight Night goes digital. Download now and never miss a moment.
SEAFC, live and in full effect from Bangkok, Thailand, here at the Bazaar, as Jason is going to make his way out in just a moment. Big shout out again to Combat Matrix, Mongkol, Stacks, and of course BJJ Kalyai. Make sure you check out everything on Fight Companion Combat Matrix.
Ladies and gentlemen, fight four for the evening again brings you the amateur main event. Jason Siddle of USA versus Toby McNerlin from Ireland. Royal Fight Club versus Bangkok, Muay Thai and MMA. Toby McNerlin, like I mentioned before, son of the promoter, Mr. Andrew McNerlin, one of the most gifted young individuals that's come across the amateur scene in Thailand. I actually had the pleasure of coaching Toby for a short period of time, just in a transitional period when he was heading over to Bangkok, so I know what the kid's made of. He's a very, very well-versed, well-rounded fighter, happy to fight on his feet, but more so a ground specialist fighter, so don't be too shocked when you see Toby take this to the ground.
Yeah, Cassidy's breaking it off right now. I think Toby, obviously, he's clearly going to be the fan favorite. Studied up here in Bangkok for a long time. He's pretty much a hometown hero at his young 19 years of age, because the kid started when he was like 14, 15. And all of us have a lot of respect for the guys that come young. So Jason has his work cut out for him. Coming from the UK, Team Underground, Royal Fight Club. Started his combat career in 2023.
In the red corner.
The Irishman. The orange, white, and green.
And we're talking about his country flag, not just his complexion and hairstyle, but fittingly enough, it all works out.
This is the least smiley I've ever seen Toby walk down to a ring, by the way. I don't know if that's a new style and strut, or if he's just keeping that composure, but normally he's a happy youngster walking out to the ring. Now he's got his hair braided like the Whitey Bulger of MMA, you know what I mean? Black mass.
Is entering like a young Conor McGregor versus, might have been Max Holloway when he had his hair braided. All business tonight, no fun games. Toby obviously wanted to put a good show on for his home crowd, wanted to put a good show on for Bangkok, also wanted to put a good show on for his father. So might be feeling a little bit of pressure on those heavy shoulders of the young lad. Wouldn't be too surprised if this could possibly be Toby's last amateur outing too.
Yeah, you'll notice the guys are not wearing the shin pads, but they are continuing with the 3-3-minute rounds, so this will be technically in the amateur rule set.
All right, and now introducing first in the blue corner, fighting out of Royal Fight Club with a record of 2-2 from the United States of America. Please welcome Jason Sedo.
USA.
And his opponent in the red corner, fighting out of Bantam, Muay Thai and MMA with a record of 8-4. From Iran, please welcome Toby McNerland.
Tobias, Tobias, Turbinius, Toby McNerland.
The kid.
Yeah, the kid, the mad Irishman. 3 judges are checked at cage side. Referee in control of the action, double check with timers. He brings both guys in for the touch of gloves again. Sportsmanship. We love it here at SEAFC. And Mr. Pinto doing a fantastic job hosting the most this evening. Ireland.
It might have been Ireland.
Love it. CFC full effect. Ready? City event.
Fight! The touch of glove sets us off.
Yeah.
Versus Jason Sedo.
Guys,
Jason footwork all the way through. Jason stands his back and no step. Hands through both guys.
both these guys do have the punches and punches in the combinations. Remember when he does step over that, he's followed up all the way. The old right kick to the teeth.
Jason, a little bit too high on there. Outside triple tap. Over 2 legs on Jason. Toby resets again. Hands together. Beautiful work. Giving up the back straight away. No hook in. And Jason back to his feet. Great defense here from Jason. Toby again pressuring through the cage. I did mention this before the fight, ladies and gentlemen, that Toby is more of a ground fighting specialist, but like I said, he's tough as woodpecker lips. He's Irish. He's always going to be willing to trade.
Tough as woodpecker lips is the first time I've ever heard that, and that is intense, like Sex in the Woods.
That's exactly what you want to be, my friend. Toby again trying to re-go through that single leg now.
Toby
Head getting caught in there with an attempt at the guillotine from Jason, but no way to get that second hand together.
What a long, lean fighter he is, though.
Hands are going back together there for Toby. We expect another suck out here for the takedown.
All of this action being brought to you by Molino, Moncall, Combat Matrix, and of course Stacks Burger. Make sure you eat the Stacks.
Toby with those hands together, but Jason's legs are just so long. Toby's having a hard time being able to suck him back out. Staying touch that leg.
Marathon long as they go into the scramble, and he gets the choke. Wow, that is a big loss.
Wow. Did not see that one coming, ladies and gentlemen. Jason Seru with the upset of the evening. Taken straight to the back there of young Toby. The transition from the single leg attempt from Toby that was just a little bit too slow, and Jason like a koala to a tree.
Let's see it again because he rolls into it. He's got the choke. He's got it underneath. He already had it underneath, and when it rolled over, that choke was right there.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, CFC bringing you the main events for the amateur action.
After 2 minutes and 5 seconds in the first round, from the blue corner, Jason Seru.
Jason's got a six-pack you could wash your clothes on.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, with all that wrestling work that Toby was doing there, I did not think that Jason had the game plan to be able to stick to what he was doing, but it was quite surprising. Again, actually very fortunately, because I'm not a jiu-jitsu specialist, so I don't really understand what the choke was that happened there, because from what I understand, he had his legs free, Toby. He just wasn't able to fight the hands, and I think he established the choke before he rolled with the flip.
He did. He got the choke underneath that chin, and when it rolled in, although it wasn't a full-on rear naked choke, he already had the triangle of the forearm to bicep put around that throat. I wonder, that kind of carotid artery that we already talked about on the right hand side. I think, once again, he rolled into the choke.
Just put that extra force on top of it. Mr. Nutt, a well-versed mixed martial artist himself.
Of the evening. So please bring out the fighter in the blue corner.
Poorya from Iran. I ran so far away. Flock of seagulls, this man is not. I've had him in my show before. We've had him at Warrior Stadium. He's been at Apollo, the Dirty South, Phuket, Thailand. This man, he's out of quite a few gyms.
He's a bit of a gypsy, young Poorya, but a lovely kid, and the easiest way to describe Poorya is he's as mad as a cut snake.
Now, I think he might be out of Bung Tao right now, but I've seen him everywhere on Soi Tai Yin, especially at Ali's Barbecue, if you will.
I think as of recently, he's just changed ship. He's moved back from Bang Tao down to Geelong and is at Ali's boxing gym. So, like I said, Poorya, an absolute gentleman and a scholar.
Isn't he, though? He is a bright, shining, fun guy. He's really got a great energy.
So,
and now welcome the fighter in the red corner.
And again, Poorya never looks past his opponents and asks Sam if he can fight tomorrow night.
Yes, so Poorya very confident.
Let's get through this guy.
Hopefully the confidence transitions into the ability, because Poorya has actually already asked me if he can fight tomorrow night on one of my shows down in Phuket. So there's one thing that we can see that I can guarantee from this fight: what Poorya lacks in technicality, he'll make up for in effort. He will throw maybe 87 punches a second.
Oh yeah.
He will definitely try his hardest to swallow Thanakorn and push him against the cage and just let those barrage of punches go.
That is what he is all about: combinations, punches and bunches, and laying it on. He's got Baz Muhammad in his corner, Afghanistan MMA superstar. That man was in one of the Bangkok's best fights ever against Dylan Fussell about 10 years ago today at Livehouse Studios, Jutta Jack. Amazing.
We're lucky, ladies and gentlemen, to have Mr. Nutt with us. He is a
empty well of knowledge.
A thesaurus of Bangkok and Thailand mixed martial arts.
Introducing first in the blue corner, fighting out of Ali's boxing gym. He has a record of 1-4-1 from Iran. Please welcome Poorya. And his opponent in the red corner, fighting out of Wildcard's gym. He has a record of 0-1 from Thailand. Please welcome Thanakorn.
And here
Jack Ferguson, our referee in charge, will bring the two fighters together as we see the tail of the tape one more time on the live stream. Make sure you download everything Combat Matrix. Thanakorn, our Thai fighter, in the red corner. Poorya from Iran in the blue. Thanakorn coming out of Wildcard MMA. Tommy Hayden established gym again many moons ago. I'm going to say a decade ago.
So surprisingly, Poorya, he actually has a pretty decent ground game to him as well. So if we do end up down there, we can see that Poorya will be quite slick and quick to move around there. Patient start for Poorya. Usually as soon as that bell goes, it's just on for young and old.
You know, the one thing I don't enjoy about him is he does keep the chin up. He is not known for tucking his chin. Even when he's hitting with the big 10-ounce, 16-ounce boxing gloves, he likes to keep his head high. So watch out for that head movement. Laterally.
Trying to get on top of that interfill mat. See if Poorya can make some room here to try and establish some sort of ground and pound.
Really focused on that hand control right there. Trying to grab that left hand. Possibly looking for a submission, or just once again looking to capitalize, put himself into the better one, and rain down the punches as he sprawls out his opponent.
This is our first professional rule set fight of the night, ladies and gentlemen, so elbows are legal if Poorya chooses to get in there nice and close and cut him up.
Rain down like the thunderstorms here in Bangkok.
He's going to get swept here. Oh no, regains his composure now, back into half guard now. Thanakorn very well versed on the ground, like you said, coming from Mr. Hayden's original gym.
And yeah, squirming off his back, shoulder put deep against the chin as the Thai man closes that up right there. He's gonna get some shots to the ribs. Some Tony Roman rib shots, right? It's a barbecue tonight.
Here we go. Poorya trying to get those short elbows going like this. He's got to be careful here not to give himself exposed.
Or give up that chin as the guillotine tried to be put on.
Fights the hand really well there. Poorya passed the hand straight under his own knee there. High level work there from young Poorya. Definitely been working on his ground game, that's for sure.
Who doesn't work on their ground game at Ali's Barbecue and Boxing Gym down there on Soi Tai Yid?
Well, everything you need to know is in the name, isn't it?
Correct.
Grappling extraordinaires.
Keeping it very high.
Just wanting to get a bit of posture up here to try and get some leverage here. It'd be good to see him start raining those elbows down there with a hand on face to try and push in through the elbow. All control time here, working in the favor of Poorya.
Stoicism. Both of these guys trying to look stoic. And again, trying to have that confidence in their breathing, the gas tank, the cardio coming into play as the grips and jaws of life of the arms of Poorya sucking the life out of the deflated balloon that he could become.
Being on the bottom with anybody on top like that it's hard work. The cardio system's going. Your shoulders are fatiguing, your biceps are fatiguing. So hopefully Poorya can
lactic acid. They talk about the lactic acid
that
buildup.
is lactic acid 101 right there.
A bunch of scientists here at CFC.
Poorya good, and there's short elbows in there. I'd like to see him try and transition through the guard here. There we go, as we say on command. He's trying to get that left knee through the guard there, pushing down on the right knee of his opponent, Thanakorn, to see if he can slip through.
You'll notice we're coming down here to the last 2 minutes of round one. 5-minute rounds, unified rules, as this is the step to the step to the step. CFC, Combat Matrix.
Not a whole lot of action coming on here. The referee urging them to continue on. Jack Ferguson with the Hulk Hogan 24-inch pythons there.
Of course he is.
Can barely fit,
coming out of his traps.
Can barely fit his arms in that shirt.
Not.
And here we go. Mr. Ferguson has decided to stand them up. Rightfully so, I think. Nothing really controlling happening for either man there. Back to their feet now. Let's see. All Poorya again. Opting with the...
Goes for that double leg. Thai fighter. Thanakorn again going back onto his back in the same old story, same old situation.
Back is now exposed to him. Poorya hitting him in the back of the head. There's got to be careful with those strikes. Might be able to lace up a head arm triangle here if that's in his arsenal.
Poorya happy to raise up and launch some blows down.
Good work here, getting good frames. Good little short elbow there. I think that one might have put some damage on it. Poorya might be careful here not to...
Bring it in his guard.
Thanakorn grabbing the fence there, being warned by Mr. Ferguson. Poorya, great work there, getting back to his feet, just dragging him back to the mat there. A scrambled egg going on here, but Poorya coming back with a high position. His hands are locked together. I'd like to see him move above the hips now. If he can start to move, he's got to be careful where his neck position is there. He might get put into a small guillotine.
But we're coming down to the last 15 seconds of round number 1, so it does look like we will be going the distance of this round unless he can close that off right there.
If he can close this off right now, he's got that hand under now. He has Poorya is looking fine there. He's given the... And that's the end of round 1, ladies and gentlemen.
In the books, we go to a second round. Sam Cassidy, this is all happening here at SEAFC in Bangkok, Thailand, the Bazaar.
I mentioned before what we might lack in technicality of this fight will make up for an effort. There was a great scrambling effort there from Poorya. And Thanakorn very, very complex and composed off his back there. Wasn't too stressed. Didn't do anything to put himself in serious danger, but I like, there's a straight blow to the back of the head there. It was very, very lucky to get away with that. But it would be nice to see Poorya abandon his style and kind of go back to the textbook of putting the chin down and the hands up, not the hands down and the chin up, and trying to work through the middle, because he's getting good success with his takedowns, but I feel like if he keeps his chin too high, he might wear the wrong shot on the entry.
Seconds away from round number 2. As Mr. Ferguson, our referee in charge, does try to get the stools out. Again, we're going into round 2. Poorya in the blue, Thanakorn in the red.
Our second round of the night, ladies and gentlemen. So
Poorya's already huffing and puffing. Let's see if the cardio comes into play.
So it's taken us 5 fights to get to round 2, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what these boys are made of. Poorya looking very slow and labored already. I think that a lot of his energy was gone in that first round.
It's that lactic acid, you scientist. I'm telling you, bro. You squeeze it like that. Oh, he got chipped on the jaw again. And we've seen this before. Mr. Cassidy, when he gets clipped on the jaw, he slows down. He's bringing his hands up. He is not looking proper. He's not defending himself properly.
I won't be surprised if Mr. Ferguson steps in here soon. It's kind of just getting, his back's exposed now.
Big elbow and a knee tries to come up. Lands the knee that time.
Being told to fight back here. And that's the end of the fight, ladies and gentlemen. Thanakorn with another lovely celebration, getting the breakdancing in as well. Poorya just exerted way too much energy in round 1. Walked out of there, looked like he was already defeated, and Thanakorn just, used him like a punching bag, unfortunately, for that last round.
Thanakorn putting his stamp on this card with a possibly finish of the night. What a game changer that was. And yeah, Sam said it. The gas tank was just blown out from Poorya, and that was all she wrote. Thanakorn took it.
Yeah, I really thought that Poorya was going to establish himself in that second round. First round, he did a great job.
8 seconds from the red corner.
Well, it was our first round 2 of the night, but it was not a very long round 2 either, Mr. Knight.
No, it was not.
It's
Thanakorn again taking another bow.
great show of respect there from the young Thai fighter. Disappointing effort there from Poorya, because I thought he did a really good job first round, kind of nullifying anything Thanakorn threw at him, and expected to see some good things round 2. But I think as soon as he sat down, that was it. The take ran empty, and
sometimes the stool can beat you up, my friend. Sometimes the stool can beat you.
But Poorya will go back to the drawing board, and no doubt we'll see him back in the ring in the next week, probably.
Oh yeah, for sure. That guy's coming back in the ring soon.
And we move on, ladies and gentlemen, to fight number 6 of the evening. Marquis versus Cory Shadbolt. USA versus New Zealand. Elite Fight Club versus Bangkok Muay Thai and MMA.
Salute all around from Molino, Moncol, Stacksburger, and of course Combat Matrix, Kaoyai BJJ, Mr. Pinto.
All right, and now we go fight Tonight, so ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the fighter in the blue corner.
Making his way to the cage now, ladies and gentlemen, Marquis Dames, 33 years old, from Brooklyn, New York. Where Brooklyn at?
Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at?
Professional debut, has an extensive MMA amateur career, a high school, collegiate, and NCAA wrestler.
Interesting fact about him, he parties a lot. That's literally one of the facts about him. He parties a lot. My type of guy.
Hopefully he can party in the cage too and put on a good show. Our cut man in charge there, the young Tones. Southpaw fighter. Marcus asked about who his idols in life are. Randy Couture and Mike Tyson.
Oh yeah, wonderful people to aspire.
Marcus tonight he'll face young Cory Shadbolt, only 24 years of age. Marcus, 33 years of age, weighed in on the dot at 80 kilograms even.
Well, Sam, somebody's O has to go. Both of these guys have had their amateur fights. Now they're on to their pros. First pro fight of their careers, of both of these guys' careers, and again, Elite Fight Club and Bung Tao, respectively, being represented.
So quite a contrast in personal life. As you mentioned, Marquis likes to party a lot, but Cory asked about a fun fact about himself is he likes to spend time in nature. So quite the contrary between these two gentlemen. Let's see
Now,
what
party boy versus home style man, if you will.
that's it.
Home is where the heart is, and my heart is in BKK, Bangkok, Thailand. CFC, we are back and in full effect. Combat Matrix and the Fight Companion. Make sure you like and subscribe.
We have a small issue cage side here. I think Marquis might have forgot his cup or his mouth guard. Some
Never happened. Never happened before at any show I've ever worked.
It absolutely baffles me how someone could go to the cage without any protective equipment that they need, but somehow it always happens.
It's as if they don't want to continue the human race.
No.
Are they against procreation? I don't know.
It's also the job of the coaching staff as well to make sure, like, I have a pre-fight checklist I'll go through with my fighters, and personal protective equipment is probably the first thing we go through.
Sam Cassie, I've literally seen him just kick his fighters in the junk.
That's how I always make sure. Punch them in the teeth and kick them in the nuts, and if they squirm at either one, then we have a problem.
And those issues do get sorted out. CFC making sure our fighters have the best when it comes to the medicals here in Bangkok.
Marcus coming out of Elite Fight Club here in Bangkok, Thailand. One of the staples of Bangkok Muay Thai and MMA. Been around for a very, very, very long time as Elite Fight Club.
Elite Fight Club, they also have one in Hua Hin now.
Yes,
I don't
correct.
know if you've been, but Cedric is doing a great job in Hua Hin. They've also been hosting some fights, mostly smokers and locals, but a great thing to add to the regional scene. And of course, my French phenoms coming out of there. I don't understand their language, but I like the way they smell.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And now Marquis has finally entered the cage.
And now, welcome his opponent in the ring corner.
And with the flag of New Zealand draped over the shoulders, Cory Shadbolt, 24 years of age, entering the octagon for the first time. Amateur career, 2-1 in MMA, undefeated in Muay Thai and K1, 3-0, and also undefeated in amateur boxing. So, if that's any indication of what to expect here, we expect Cory to be a very well-versed striker. And, makes up for the comparison of Marcus with his high wrestling background.
Do you ever go to Christchurch? Are you a fan?
No, so I'm from the very, very North Island, the top of the North Island of New Zealand, from a very small town called Tahike. It's about 3 hours drive north of Auckland.
Okay.
I didn't spend much time down south, but they're a different breed down there.
Okay. The geography lessons that come out of you are fascinating. And
I'm a man of many talents, Mr. Knight.
It really does show, and I appreciate it, and so does Combat Matrix.
So 5 minutes, and the referee on stage. Introducing first, in the blue corner, fighting out of LA Fight Club, doing his MMA debut tonight, from USA, please welcome Marquis!
Brooklyn, shame on you.
And his opponent in the red corner, fighting out of Bangkok, Muay Thai and MMA, having his MMA debut tonight from New Zealand. Please welcome Cory
Cory Shawbolt again looking very composed. Both men very composed, cucumbers, if you will. 33 years, Marquez, the American, a little bit older, 24 years young for Cory, the already family man of the bunch.
4-inch height advantage, 4-centimeter height advantage for Cory Shawbolt too. And you can tell this is both the boys' first MMA fights, as they're both wearing Muay Thai shorts.
Correct. Yeah. Again, both of these guys not afraid of the striking arts, but really going to transfer it over into the MMA.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the start of round 1, Orthodox versus Southpaw. Shawbolt with a very, very wide stance here. I expect to see some nice inside low kick work here from Cory, if you can read that. He goes on the outside as well, great option.
Already throwing feints as well, twisting over that leg, and then he goes straight up with it. Tries to get into the breadbasket as he comes back to the head.
I think we're going to see a very similar kind of game plan as to what we saw in the first fight from Aziz, because Marquis is very hand reactive with any kick that's getting thrown by Cory, so hopefully he can get a good read on that, and maybe we'll see another high kick.
For sure. And what Sam is referring to again is that protection. Remember the defense. So when he hits low, if those elbows drop, the head is obviously there for the taking. Tries to get that oblique, tries to get that stomp on the right knee.
Cory working through the middle again. This is very textbook work here from Cory. Nice, a perfect way to try and entice the southpaw fighter to get those hands moving. Circling out to his left as well, getting ready for that right kick. There he goes, puts it up on the right on the hand there. Just needs to try and get the hands in front of these kicks, and maybe we'll have a bit more success there. You see Marquis is leaning back on every single strike that's getting thrown at the moment. No counter striking being offered as yet.
No, we have not seen the counter yet. And again, he's got the right hand so high and he's got the left so cocked. I would love to see him paw it down like a kitten and bring that left hand over.
Great level change there from Cory.
Yeah.
Secures that outside trip as well. Takedown very...
Brings him back up against the CFC cage, and he's
Sucks
really
him
trying
back in under again.
Like an octopus.
Marquis doesn't look too phased to be on the back there. He's trying to get that leg trapped as well as Cory, but ends up in a butterfly guard here. He's got to be careful he doesn't get moved out.
Yeah, he's decided not to put the heels into the canvas as he looks to put one over, and he should close the guard if he wants. There he does. We've got lots and lots of coaches in the background, which are fantastic. All of them giving probably the correct information.
Yes, well, one coach in the corner of Cory is UFC lightweight contender Brad Quake Riddell.
Yes.
So if the man's talking, probably good to listen to him. Been in quite a few fights himself, so he knows what's going on in there.
Man,
nice short elbow there.
What a great time that is.
Very good short elbow there from Cory. Alex Shield there with some good advice coming from the corner. They're asking for a face push and then dropping the elbow to replace the hand placement with an elbow, just like that there from Cory.
Yeah, he's listening to his corners, he's listening to his coaches, and he is implementing the fight plan.
Let the
Doctor wants to check the eye. Time.
No call of time yet from a nice big cut right on the middle of the eyebrow there from one of those short elbows.
Yep. Referee does want to check. Yep. Oh, he's going to stop it. He does not want it going. Referee is going to call it off. He's looking at the eye, and he has seen enough. That short elbow was all she wrote, Sam Cassidy.
Yeah, a bit of a confusing turn of events here, ladies and gentlemen. But nonetheless, the man from Aotearoa, Cory Shadwell, gets his hand raised. Undefeated night for my boys from New Zealand. So I'm still a little bit confused about what's happened here.
Again, I think the referee, once again, we had the amateur fights going on for the first 4. They were instructed not to allow any of the fighters to take too much significant damage. I don't know how bad the cut is. Obviously, the blood is running, but I can't see if it's a hatchet wound or not.
We can see here in the replay, but the thing about this cut, John, is it's under the eye.
Under the eye, not
it's
over
on
the
top
eye.
of the cheek, so obviously it must be quite a deep laceration or something that we can't see from here. Marquis has put the paper towel straight on top of it, but...
And the winner by medical stoppage after 3 minutes and 1 second from red corner,
we have to respect the referee's decision, ladies and gentlemen. They're the men in charge of the action, and if they see something that they don't believe is of massive safety for a fighter, they will call the fight. And nonetheless, Cory Shadwell now moves on to 1-0.
Yeah, somebody's O did, in fact, go.
Very, very successful night from our friends at Bangkok Muay Thai and MMA.
Another big shout out to Molino, Stacks, Mongol, and of course, Combat Matrix. That was a little early stop.
melt it, squeeze it, stack it, love it. Stacks Burgers. Smash your taste buds. Welcome to Combat Matrix, your ultimate fight companion. See full fight cards in real time. Replay the action, anytime, anywhere. Connect with fighters. Link to their stats, socials, and merch portals. Vote for winners to win prizes live at the event. And interact live, in real time, with fans in the building and around the world. Combat Matrix Fight Companion, where Fight Night goes digital. Download now and never miss a moment. Melt it, squeeze it, stack it, love it. Stacks Burgers. Smash your taste buds. Welcome to Combat Matrix, your ultimate fight companion. See full fight cards in real time. Replay the action, anytime, anywhere. Connect with fighters. Link to their stats, socials, and merch portals. Vote for winners to win prizes live at the event. And interact live, in real time, with fans in the building and around the world. Combat Matrix Fight Companion, where Fight Night goes digital. Download now and never miss a moment. Flip it, melt it, squeeze it, stack it, love it. Stacks Burgers. Smash your taste buds. Welcome to Combat Matrix, your ultimate fight companion. See full fight cards in real time. Replay the action, anytime, anywhere. Connect with fighters. Link to their stats, socials, and merch portals. Vote for winners to win prizes live at the event. And interact live, in real time, with fans in the building and around the world. Combat Matrix Fight Companion, where Fight Night goes digital. Download now and never miss a moment. Flip it, melt it, squeeze it, stack it, love it. Stacks Burgers. Smash your taste buds. Welcome to Combat Matrix, your ultimate fight companion. See full fight cards in real time. Replay the action, anytime, anywhere. Connect with fighters. Link to their stats, socials, and merch portals. Vote for winners to win prizes live at the event. And interact live, in real time, with fans in the building and around the world. Combat Matrix Fight Companion, where Fight Night goes digital. Download now and never miss a moment. Flip it, melt it, squeeze it, stack it, love it. Stacks Burgers. Smash your taste buds. Welcome to Combat Matrix, your ultimate fight companion. See full fight cards in real time. Replay the action, anytime, anywhere. Connect with fighters. Link to their stats, socials, and merch portals. Vote for winners to win prizes live at the event. And interact live, in real time, with fans in the building and around the world. Combat Matrix Fight Companion, where Fight Night goes digital. Download now and never miss a moment. Flip it, melt it, squeeze it, stack it, love it. Stacks Burgers. Smash your taste buds. Welcome to Combat Matrix, your ultimate fight companion. See full fight cards in real time. Replay the action, anytime, anywhere. Connect with fighters. Link to their stats, socials, and merch portals. Vote for winners to win prizes live at the event. And interact live, in real time, with fans in the building and around the world. Combat Matrix Fight Companion, where Fight Night goes digital. Download now and never miss a moment. Flip it, melt it, squeeze it, stack it, love it. Stacks Burgers. Smash your taste buds. Welcome to Combat Matrix, your ultimate fight companion. See full fight cards in real time. Replay the action, anytime, anywhere. Connect with fighters. Link to their stats, socials, and merch portals. Vote for winners to win prizes live at the event. And interact live, in real time, with fans in the building and around the world. Combat Matrix Fight Companion, where Fight Night goes digital. Download now and never miss a moment. stacks burgers. Smash your taste buds. Welcome to Combat Matrix, your ultimate fight companion. See full fight cards in real time. Replay the action, anytime, anywhere. Connect with fighters. Link to their stats, socials, and merch portals. Vote for winners to win prizes live at the event. And interact live, in real time, with fans in the building and around the world. Combat Matrix Fight Companion, where Fight Night goes digital. Download now and never miss a moment. Flip it, melt it, squeeze it, stack it, love it. Stacks Burgers. Smash your taste buds. Welcome to Combat Matrix, your ultimate fight companion. See full fight cards in real time. Replay the action, anytime, anywhere. Connect with fighters. Link to their stats, socials, and merch portals. Vote for winners to win prizes live at the event. And interact.
Alright, and now moving on to the main events of the evening. I know it's been a long wait. All these fights went on way too quick. And I want to tell you guys, before it ends, there's going to be a surprise from the organizers here. So whoever likes to get drunk, just stay around a little bit more. So, introducing the first fighter in the blue corner.
Let's get up and let's get ill, fight fans. We are live and in full effect from the Bazaar here in Bangkok, Thailand, the City of Angels. Again, Sam Cassidy, John Nutt on the English commentary. Make sure you like and subscribe to all things Fight Companion. Combat Matrix as our blue corner makes his way to the CFC cage.
Our first contestant in the cage, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Brennan Kim from the United States of America.
USA.
Record of 1-4 in pro MMA. Taekwondo champion. Also Jiu-Jitsu champion. So he has the credentials, but unfortunately doesn't seem to be able to put it all together by the looks of the record.
This man, again, I like reading all about him. U.S. Marine combat veteran, was awarded the Purple Heart. And that, my friends, has given him the high pain threshold that he so loves about You know what I mean? Come on now. You can feel the pain.
He can feel the
Pain
pain.
and gain, baby. It's all happening.
So Brennan's also a U.S. Marine combat veteran who was awarded a Purple Heart. So the man...
Right? Always good to have the red, white, and blue here in the red, white, and blue. Love the knee pads, by the way. Great walkouts here at CFC, keeping the traditional Thai dancers alive, Hanuman style.
Yeah, not too sure about the legality of the knee pads, if I'm honest with you.
I love them. Let them go. Wow, this man
Hometown hero entering the octagon, Boss Tayut from Thailand, representing the Forever Young Gym. Very vocal corner for Boss.
Well, and you got Adam Kayum there, man. The dude's a legend. That's a Shogun of Bangkok. Show respect, Sam. Shogun.
So Boss making his professional debut, but it has an extensive amateur career, 12 fights in amateur MMA, also 7 Muay Thai fights, 15 kickboxing fights, 5 professional boxing fights, judo champion, BJJ champion, and a Ninja Academy graduate.
Jack Ferguson.
Correct.
Introducing first in the blue corner with a record of 1-4 from USA. Please welcome Brennan King. And his opponent in the red corner, fighting out of Forever Young, making his MMA debut from Thailand. Please welcome Boss Shayut.
Boss in the red corner, Brennan in the blue. Thailand versus USA. The good old red, white, and blue versus the red, white, and blue.
Semi-main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. Brennan Kim, Boss Chayut, Thailand versus America, Forever Young versus Ninja Academy.
Again, Boss getting the chance out there, like we know. Hometown hero, local celeb, if you will. Boss, been on the scene for a while. Adam Kayum in his corner, the Shogun.
And here we go again, Jack Ferguson, the last man in the octagon.
Let's get up and let's get ill, fight fans. CFC. Composure.
Nice low kick there coming. Not to the head from Brennan.
Yeah, he's keeping the hands out there like he's a street beefs fighter, right? I mean, he really is high with the hands out. And again, want to see that guard. Keeping the composure. The eyes are maintained on the target. Boss, again, throwing those feints already, twisting over the hips.
Boss is just slowly edging Brennan towards the cage here. He's having a lot of success with just nice, simple footwork, putting the pressure on, bringing that up kick through the middle. Nice work on that. It's not quite a calf kick and not quite a thigh kick there. I think he's just targeting those wonderful knee braces.
Oh, grabs the leg. Let's see if we get to the canvases for the
Working
first.
on the
Brings
single
him
leg
down.
and big slam there, but I think he might have actually put himself into more danger than good here. Boss, plenty of time to work. Nice elbow on the top there. Abandoning the armbar now and just continuing with that. Now they're moving to some sort of...
Again, you can say scramble. Scramble. Don't say
counter
position.
position.
Scramble.
Yeah. This is Jiu-Jitsu 101, ladies and gentlemen. Going to work on that key lock there. You can see Boss is going to try and get that grip reworked there. He's gone back to the elbow on the face there. He's peeled the fight.
Referee is calling the time and the referee to come over and check this one. That might be an
Ferguson
end
has
for it.
called this off, ladies and gentlemen. A verbal tap from Brennan.
Verbal tap. There we see. Verbal tappage from the man on the bottom. And his arm, right arm, is messed up clearly. The Payaban nurse is on top of it. As the Shogun gives a little respect to his pupil. Boss, again, with the fantastic win here in CFC. You can see right now by the replay, the scramble came over and he was going for that arm bar like we saw. Came down with those elbows, not only to the ribs as we see, but he also landed one that obviously opened up his opponent. And the verbal tappage came.
So Brennan actually initiated that movement there. As you see here, he secured that single leg, took took Boss to Slamtown, but unfortunately didn't have himself set up in the right position. Boss very quick to navigate his way through and grab that arm on the rear side.
Yeah, almost had that little Gary Goodrich crucifix come into play. That's what I was thinking. Great respect shown by both fighters against sportsmanship.
And we're now 5 from 6 for first round finishes tonight.
Once again, our records in terms of that ratio, P&L is awesome.
Awesome.
You may want to say
The
a
ratio.
few words. Great, you have something to say.
Thank you so much for my team. Coming here. Ninja team. Thank you for coming.
Nothing short of utter inspiration.
Correct.
That was inspirational words there from Boss.
Yeah, many fight and more to go. Would like to thank you to my opponent, Brennan.
A man
Well,
of
thank
poetry
you. Very thank you.
and
Boss
wisdom.
Chayo, your winner. And of course, gonna give Kim a few seconds. I know there's something he wants to say after an unfortunate loss here tonight.
There are no losers in this dojo, remember.
Come on my
Apparently
side.
there is.
Again, Shogun right there, looking lean, mean, and in charge of the scene. Payabans are checking it out. Payaban, that can be your Thai language lesson of the evening.
And
Nurse.
what is the English translation, Mr.
Well,
Knight?
wrong Payaban means a hospital, and a Payaban is a nurse.
Kim first.
Can see
How are you feeling, man? I know there's a few things you
Brennan
want to
is
say
taking
right
the
now.
gloves off.
Wow. First time I've been on the mic, but feeling pretty peachy right now. So he hits hard as fuck. So shit. I was like, what the fuck am I getting myself into? Oh god. Oh man. First things first, thank you all for coming out. It's an honor and pleasure. I know this is Thailand. Many people don't know about me. I've been doing martial arts since I was like a toddler, 4 years old, and I fought everywhere, man. Everywhere. From Taekwondo, karate, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, you name it. If it was a tournament, I was there.
Big up.
I know you're getting emotional right here. You're getting emotional right here, man. A long and beautiful career. What's next?
I don't know. Like, my dream was to always come to Thailand to fight, no matter what. And
It's all good, brother.
Take a few seconds, man. And as we say, it's never the end. It's just a new beginning. What is the new beginning for you?
well, I have a little baby at home, a 3-year-old. So, right now, he means the world to me. And a couple of days ago, my mom talked to me. She said, "Son, you've been doing this since you were a kid. You got nothing else to prove. You know, you won championships and things like that." So I thought about it. I talked to the boss man. I said, "Win or lose, this is it for me." You know, so.
Well, let me just tell you, congratulations. A beautiful career, not the end, but a new beginning for you. And I wish you nothing but the best. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your fighter from America, Brennan King.
Well, unfortunately not the swan song that Brennan was looking for to end his career. Sometimes people can be very quick to judge. Wasn't really on display the man's credentials, and obviously, as he touched on, he's been in mixed martial arts his whole life. So sometimes this sport and everything around it can mean the world to these people.
Of course. It's a sport, it's a lifestyle, and remember, it's a community. At the end of the day, we are all in a community, we are all a tribe. And I show lots of respect to people like him. I am one of them. I grew up doing martial arts too. And like the like Pinto said, you don't close the chapter, you don't close the book, you just move on to the next portion of the martial arts career. So whether that's coaching, whether that's teaching, whether that's just holding yourself to a higher standard of being, my big hat off, my shout out to Brennan.
All right, well, emotional moments just now. But now, ladies and gentlemen, moving on to the main event of the evening. So let's do it one last time, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? So please bring out the fighter in the blue corner.
From the UK, hometown, West Yorkshire. Who doesn't love a good shire, if you will? MMA the style. Fight history, 6 Emmys with 2 pros, 8-0 in MMA combined, with his last MMA fight being in 2016. 6-2 boxing matches, 2-0 Muay Thai, 1-1 K1. A well-rounded athlete out of the Bangkok Fight Lab, the BFL. Big shout out to Morgan Perkins and the whole team over there on Sukhumvit Soy 50. Bangkok, Thailand, you should go there.
Ben versus Dante, ladies and gentlemen, your main event of the evening. United Kingdom versus United States. Bangkok Fight Lab versus the Combat Studios. This is what we came for. This is what the crowds are full for. This is why there are bums on seats. This is main event time.
Oh yeah, the main event is here. Bangkok, Thailand versus Bangkok, Thailand.
In the red corner.
Dante all smiles as he makes his way to the CFC cage. Dante loves the MMA world, a well-rounded fighter, with his hometown being Lansing, Michigan, but now Bangkok, Groom Tape, is his home. Kickboxing and wrestling, the background for this 5-5 in MMA, former WXC lightweight AM champion. Grappling events, he does them. Muay Thai, he does it. Purple belt in the BJJ Combat Studios reppin'. This man is an animal when it comes to endurance. Dante, look out for Mr. Brown.
Fortunate enough to see Dante's last fight down at Patong Boxing Stadium in Phuket. Put on a great striking display versus a crafty Russian fighter who was coming with big raps on him, but Dante shut him down quite easily. Put on a really good striking offensive display and really out-grappled the fighter that he was up against that night too. Kind of just put on an absolute clinic. As we can see, Ben has not lost a fight in 9 years.
Oh yeah. Again, what a time span to have no L's, 0 L's.
0 losses for 9 years. Another fun fact, Ben's last MMA fight was
2016.
9 years ago.
Crazy time. Timeless, like a Casio watch, I tell you.
Introducing first, in the blue corner, fighting out of Bangkok Fight Lab. He has a record of 2-0 from the UK. Please welcome Ben. And his opponent, fighting out of Combat Studio in the red corner. He has a record of 6-5 from USA. Please welcome Dante.
Again, Mr. Nutt, both these combatants in the Muay Thai apparel for their MMA fight.
We are in the land, my friend. We are in the land of smile and the land of short shorts, right? Thighs, we love them.
That's what we're all about.
Referee brings him in for the final touch of the gloves. And again, sportsmanship shown by both of these guys, calling Bangkok their home. BFL Bangkok Fight Lab over there on Sukhumvit Soy 50, and of course, Combat Studios.
Dante with the speed lines in the hair here. Hopefully a bit of aerodynamic work for him can help him with his striking.
For sure. Fast and the Furious, like Vin. Diesel, as they feel each other out for a little bit. Nothing thrown with heat right there. And the cheeky little smile from Dante as he just throws to the breadbasket. Again, both these guys looking to feel each other out like it's a Muay Thai first rounder at one of the stadiums.
Yes. It's a bit of a different start to the fights that we've been watching for the night so far.
It really is.
Both boys trying to read the play a little bit here and see if they can get an early decision process to go through.
I'm going to say that this is respect, by the way, Sam. It's respect being shown. Neither of these guys really trying to take it out in the first 15 seconds of the round one. Both of these guys want to go the distance. Both of these guys want to go to battle, and they want that main event. You know what I mean? They're here for a reason. CFC.
On the contrary, Mr. Knight, you're here for a reason, and that reason should be to win the fight. So
I'll take it. I'll take it, Sam. Shut her down.
I respect, but I feel like there's
too much going on, too many smiles, too much
here,
laughter, if you will.
Especially for a main event.
No, they want the heat.
Now we're starting to get a bit of venom through the movements here.
And what we need to see is the swinging rotation of the shoulders leads to torque, leads to velocity, leads to power.
Yet to see.
Nope, we have not. We have not. We have seen the hooks coming. As the guys get a little restless.
Traditional Muay Thai fight, you'll see the feeling out process go through round one. Then we go to a 5-round fight. But first time seeing this in an MMA fight, if I must be honest with you, Mr. No.
No, I know. And it is unusual.
That's
we
as
are
they say,
unusual here in Thailand.
This is Thailand.
No, again, I think that, again, this is a feel-out round. I think they both want to take it into deep waters because that deep, again, is making a red mark. But it's not only making a red mark, he's hit it how many times? 10?
I feel like maybe the boys have taken their apparel a bit too serious. They've put the Muay Thai shorts on and thinking that they're in a Muay Thai fight.
I can hear Mr. Pinto speaking in Thai, and he's asking, what's going on?
I think that's the general consensus from everybody at the moment. But,
no shot coming yet either. No level change, but we will see if it happens. As again, the kicks are thrown up, but not with the velocity that we so enjoy.
it's a bit of a contrary from the previous 7 fights we've seen where it's been absolute hell for leather. But
tips him just right on the chin with it, and again, it's shaken off, and I know it didn't come with the heat, but it was fun. Nice little slap, but they're too smiley.
yeah, this is we sometimes have to call a spade, Mr. Nat.
Yep. You can do it.
I just don't feel like maybe these boys are a bit more chummy than we're led to believe. Maybe they've
Correct.
known each other for a period of time, and
but what I can say, Sam, is let's see if it steps into round 2 that way. You know what I mean? Because maybe these guys are just giving the fans what they need. We've had all first round, pretty much all first rounds. We had one that went to the second.
We have one that's gone to the second, and I would much prefer to see this
go. Yeah, just out in the first.
Yes.
You want it. You want it
rather
out.
than to drag this out and
and have it just be a show.
Yes. And I know for a fact CFC and the promoters, Andrew McDerlin and Tommy Hayden, they're probably not too impressed with what's going on right now, but I have to be completely honest with you. They're men of very high caliber and very high standards, so I won't be too surprised if you start to hear some words from the crowds.
Some grunting.
But there's just too much smiling going on for my liking at the moment.
You are a man of violence, and I do understand as we come down to the last 50 seconds here of round 1. Big shout out to Molino, Moncall, Stacks Burgers, and of course Combat Matrix. Make sure you like and subscribe to all things Combat Matrix. Coming down to that last 30 seconds, and again, obviously Sam Cassidy shaking his head, making me want to step up the pace. You know what I mean?
It's I believe just from the entertainment and the effort that had been put in before. Here we go. Finally, a bit of opening up happening here from Ben in the blue gloves here. I think he's finally realised too that it's the feeling out period is more than over. 10 seconds left in this last round. In this first round. I was hoping it was the last round.
Heyo. juices him again.
There we go. Ben is now starting to open up with a bit more work.
End of round 1. What are your thoughts? You're disappointed.
I'm a little bit disappointed, Mr. Knight. You know me. We've known each other for many, many years. I've fought on your shows. I've bled on your shows. I've broken bones on your shows.
Yes, you have.
So,
and again, we are men of violence, and when there is not spectacle, we expect sport.
Yes. That was just, I wouldn't even say a sparring round, if I'm completely honest with you. So, they're, like I said, that maybe they themselves have taken it into account that there's been no distance fights.
Correct. And they wanted to just bring it a little further. You can see Deadpool now in the corner, and they are giving feverish advice. I mean, they clearly are giving Paul Windsor in the corner of Dante, and again, he too telling him to combo up and actually throw power.
Really good to see this coaching staff here telling these boys, what the fuck are we doing here?
Exactly.
We're here to fight. If you want to kiss and make up, you can do that after the fight, not while the fight's happening. So I expect a really big turn of pace here for round 2. Ben was really starting to let his hands go in that last round there, so I expect him to try and capitalize on that as well.
Both men talking to each other there while the cage door was shut. Didn't hear what they said, but again, I would love to see the friendly demeanor vanish.
Yeah, I think Ben is going to put a bit of a pasting on here now. He realized that Deadpool is, in his corner telling him it's time to get moving, and you can see now there's a different movement with Ben. Ben's trying to really push forward now, trying to close the distance. His boxing is clearly his superior striking skill set. And there we go with that inside work on that, just on command. Better. This is good to see now, gentlemen.
Yeah, and he did. He picked some shots right there. He actually had the rotation come over in his shoulders. Really rolled that right hand over. And again, I want to see them if they're coming with. I want that torque. I want that switch over. I want that power. He has that body right there. I want to see him rip it again.
Ben's really starting to put his boxing clinic on in this round. He's coming in underneath there with that rear uppercut and coming over the top with the hook. Really doing some nice work to the body too. Dante's starting to get a little bit slow already. I think Ben, if he can keep the pressure on with the boxing here, that he should be able to put Dante away. Nice switch hit there from Ben coming through. And beautiful left hand over the top.
Well, what I will tell you is Ben has made Dante stop smiling. So.
Yes. Maybe we were wrong, Mr. Nutt. Maybe that was a good feeling out period that needed to process through the fight. Great reversal there. No knees to the head. Warning. Fight.
There you go. Stand up.
An accidental illegal blow there from Ben. It's been issued with a warning there from the referees.
To be fair, again, it was there for the taking. You know what I mean? If he had stepped back and actually just unloaded, cocked the right and blasted off, he could have blasted off.
A little bit of confusion there on the rule set. So, again, with the likes of One Championship and
yes, exactly.
Like that,
this is unified rules,
fully legal
not
blow,
the global rule set.
Fully legal blow to take the knee to the head there. But you could see in himself he was a bit hesitant because he didn't know. He kind of looked for the referee's approval first. But Dante now has a 5 minute chance to regain himself.
But they will restart the action. Yeah,
I expect now Ben to kind of let loose, kind of throw caution in the wind a little bit now, because although it's a warning, maybe the judges might see it as a point deduction.
Yeah, correct.
They might put it back the other way. Well and truly, feeling period is now over. The boys have decided to trade some leather here. Nice side kick there from Dante coming up and with the hook kick.
Yeah.
We went from absolutely nothing happening to
making heels on faces. Exactly. Bringing that alligator tail around.
I'd like to see Ben work that uppercut in there again with that beautiful body work from Ben now. Dante's really wearing those shots quite hard. And there's a standing knee, which is perfectly legal. Ben doing really good work in close, taking out the gas tank of Dante nice and early, putting the body work in with the knees and the hands. Beautiful boxing here from Ben. Just like to see him get that right hand up because Dante's really coming back hard with that left hook. And Ben's just been a little bit lazy with his right hand after his boxing. Great slip and rip there from Ben.
And again, I do like the combinations that he's coming with because every time he trades those 2 punches in, he does level a kick. Not right there, but he has been bringing it up. Not a Dutchman, but I like my Dutch kickboxing.
He's got to watch his ducking to that right-hand side because obviously Dante has seen a nice knee to the breadbasket there. That's taken a lot of wind out of him now. I think you can see with the nod of the head there. If Ben can get back into that close range and work on the body work here, I think he might be able to put Dante away. Again, Dante, tough as woodpecker lips, man.
Yeah, I love that expression. It is wonderful. And again, the smile is off.
I must apologize to both these gentlemen. I was very harsh on them in that first round because it did not look like they were there to fight each other.
Yeah.
So they now decided to pick up the pace. So my apologies to these young gentlemen because from what they did to round 1 to what they did now is a completely different fight. And now Ben working in close with those knees in. I said before that Dante was compromised to the stomach. Nice elbows in close there from Ben.
And Ben has decided to pick up the pace, as you were saying. I don't think the apologies need to be given as the elbows are coming. Dante has taken a couple of those off the dome piece before. He has been cut, my friend. He has been cut.
And now Dante working in for that beautiful sweep to that. Ben very quick to his feet. I'd like to see some more knees come through the middle here. Oh, quick turn on the outside, but Dante still has the hands clasped together. Very high on the hips now. Oh! Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Our first look at any jiu-jitsu for this fight. See if Dante's able to either get his hooks in to establish himself first or attack that choke. Oh, he's got the first hand underneath. We might see an absolute turn of events here, ladies and gentlemen. And there you go, Dante Brown from the pits of hell.
Yeah, climbed the mountain of adversity. Blood trickling down the eye. Bashed up with the elbows, bashed up with the knee. Takes the back, sinks in the rear naked. Ends the game, my friend.
What a fucking contrast from round 1 to one of the better rounds I've seen in recent history.
Yeah.
He was getting the absolute livelihood punched out of him. Wearing those knees to the midsection, hands down, getting elbowed profusely, and just locked on that body lock and turned the corner so quickly. My hat's off.
Yeah, clearly they had a good time. Now they're back to smiling, but you can see the lumps up. Obviously, Ben has the big shiner, the big mouse underneath that right eye, and the nurses are taking care of Dante as they hug it out one more time, showing great sportsmanship. Replay showing us that rear naked choke for the W from the man, Dante Brown.
Well, that just goes to show, John Nutt, the fight game is the beast of the unexpected.
Right? I mean, it is an enigma, my friend, a puzzle.
I was very, very close to making some very crude remarks in round 1.
I could feel your presence. I could feel your energy. Amber is the color of Sam Cassidy's energy.
Always tater on the line, But that round 2 was exactly what we came for. The main event that we wanted to see. And I really thought Ben had Dante covered in every aspect there.
I did too.
He was just using him as a punching bag up against the fence. But for the last time tonight, I'll say it, tough as woodpecker lips is young Dante Brown.
And again, times change, things change, flows like the rivers of Capistrano. Dante Brown again taking home the W. CFC has been brought to you by Molino, Moncall, Combat Matrix, and Stax Burger. Make sure you like and subscribe to all things CFC, Southeast Asia Fighting Championship.
After 4 minutes and 27 seconds in the second round, from the red corner,
Dante Brown, your winner here at CFC, coming back to the future, Marty McFly, Molino, Moncall, Combat Matrix, and Stax Burgers. Sam Cassidy and myself have been doing the English commentary. John Nutt. Sammy, wrap us up for us.
Well, we saw some of the hottest prospects of Thailand in the amateur ranks tonight. Some beautiful first round finishes. Most importantly, we saw a lot of active Thai fighters. I believe that the way that Thailand is moving forward, the way that the sport is growing over here, this will not be the last time we see this show on.
No, a big shout out from all of us in Bangkok, Thailand, to all of you around the globe. CFC, go like and subscribe to everything Combat Matrix.
And again, special thank you to our promoters for the night, Nick, Tommy Hayden, Mr. Andrew McNerlin, everybody here at the Bazaar Plaza Hotel. For one last time, ladies and gentlemen, myself, Mr. Sam Cassidy, and Mr. John Nutt, signing out.
Welcome to Combat Matrix, your ultimate fight companion. See full fight cards in real time. Replay the action, anytime, anywhere. Connect with fighters. Link to their stats, socials, and merge portals. Vote for winners to win prizes live at the event. And interact live, in real time, with fans in the building and around the world. Combat Matrix Fight Companion, where Fight Night goes digital. Download now and never miss a moment.